They're about the same height as me.
Yeah. So, hey, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark Henderson, and I'm a nurse here in the emergency department. And I've worked at Lawnwood for about 26, 27 years now. So probably a good part of my career has been here at Lawnwood. And I have pretty strong feelings, for the hospital. And I have spent many a weekend, holiday, nights, days, you name it, here in the hospital. Probably as much time as at home. My wife and I have been married 38 years, and been able to raise 4 children and get them all through college. The last one is going there now. Go Gators. And it was actually June 7th. I was on the way to work, and against many people's opinions, I ride a motorcycle. And that particular morning, I was paying a little less attention than I should have, going a little faster than I should have, and managed to crash. And I don't remember the crash too well. I do remember the landing. I definitely don't bounce as well as I used to. And landed about 20 feet off the road down an embankment, and kind of laid there for a minute or two. And I actually remember laying there thinking, the only place I'm going to go is Lawnwood. So louder? Okay. So I kind of flipped over, crawled myself back up, and someone was nice enough to stop and lift my bike for me. So I managed to ride home thinking, well, I'll just lay on the couch for a few minutes. And I called into work saying I'm going to be a little late. And realized I wasn't breathing real well, so I better come into work. So I came in, and and that was really the first time I've ever been a patient. So it was definitely an interesting experience. Very different being on that side of the coin than being in the ER as a trauma nurse. Had a great team. They were all standing there, lab works, medication. I was in a lot of pain. It's surprising how fast you forget what you know when you're in that position. And the biggest thing for me is that, I had 100% trust in everyone there. I had Dr. Winans and Dr. Curcio at the bedside, along with the nurses and the paramedics. Wound up having about 11 rib fractures, but 5 of them were flail, so front and back, clavicle fracture, and pneumohemothorax. So was admitted, spent 4 days up on trauma ICU, and again, the staff up there were just incredible. Professional, caring, didn't have to worry about what the decisions were. I knew that I was being taken care of, and I didn't have to worry about that piece of it. And that's really, a big part of it. They say a little knowledge can be dangerous. I'm thinking, sitting there thinking of all the complications and side effects and medications, and I didn't have to worry about that because I knew they all had that taken care of. After I was discharged, I wound up spending about 3 months at home. It took a while to be able to, get my strength back, lift my arm, things like that. Continued to go over to the trauma clinic and also the ortho clinic. Eventually started physical therapy, went through about a month of physical therapy, and then 3 weeks ago started back at work after about 3 months. So for me, it was definitely, kind of a humbling experience to be able to see both sides of it, and what a patient goes through and how difficult. I kind of think my trauma wasn't too bad, it could have been a lot worse. But still, I learned so much from it. And, I'm grateful every day that I come to work because, I really enjoy working here and being able to do what I do. But now that I have the perspective of being, a trauma patient as well, I am immensely grateful for what we're able to do on a daily basis and for what everyone did for me. So thank you very much.
You guys gonna get her? So our next trauma survivor is going to be a Miss Gladys Newkirk. And she spent a really long time with us. And I gotta tell you, our team to this day is taking care of her every single week, keeping her home, keeping her safe. A hospital is no place to live your life. So to be able to send a patient home and then still be able to support her in every way we can, it's a really special thing, and my team is doing an amazing job with that, and I have to thank them because it's above and beyond. They don't have to do that. They don't need to provide care after you get out of the hospital, but they are. So thank you to my team, and I'm sure Gladys will be saying this when she gets up here as well. But thank you so much, guys, for doing everything you can to keep Gladys home safe. Don't be shy.
Hello, my name is Gladys Newkirk. Everybody calls me Bree. On March the 7th, my life changed completely. I was going to the doctor and I had to come back home, and my gas got stuck on my vehicle. It flipped 7 times, threw me out the windshield. The air vac told my husband and my kids that they wouldn't make it alive to the hospital. My 13-year-old daughter, as my husband was taking her to the bus, seen it all. And it was very tragic for her. I spent 7 months here in the hospital, in the trauma unit, many a times in the ICU too. I've went through many surgeries. I'm still learning how to walk again. I'm still learning how to do a lot of things again. And I have a port and I have scars, a colostomy bag. But it's a tragic deal. My life changed completely that day. But I want to thank the trauma unit. They were excellent with me. Sammy, the girl that pulled me up here, she sat by my bed many a times and cried with me when I wanted to give up. Dr. Supermania, she would find out that I wanted to give up, and she would come in there and kind of raise her voice at me and told me I couldn't give up. But my journey's not over. I still got to come back in for more surgeries. I got to come back in for a reversal from my colostomy bag. But I just want to thank everybody here, and they are loving and caring people here. Thank you. Yeah, I'll know what that was.
And last but certainly not least, we have Michael Williams and his family with him. And he's going to come up and share his story.
Hi everyone.
Hello, kiddo.
I am so thankful to be here today and to be able to talk to you. I'd like to thank God and all the people He had lined up to save my life. On July 7, 2018, I was in near fatal accident, crushing my skull. God had all the right people in place who did marvelous work saving my life, and where the doctors left off, God took over. I was not supposed to be able to use my right because the extensive damage to my brain, but God intervened and surrounded me with all the right nurses and support teams who looked tirelessly to get me up and move me at Lawnwood. I just want to thank you all for the love, care, and support. God made a way through you when there look to be no way. Thank you all.
As I mentioned in the beginning, it's incredibly inspirational to hear each of the stories and a little bit about each and every individual's journey. I think that if there's common themes that I heard, it's right people, right time, right place, right faith. Are all the things that has gone on to help people. We hear not just about the physical well-being, we hear about the mental well-being, we hear about the spiritual well-being, and all of these things are important to the healing process. I think all of them are incredibly important for each person, no matter how big or small their injury is, and really that's our goal at the end of the day, to be able to provide that level of support, to be able to return to a state where people can live their lives fully. We continue to try each and every day here at Lawnwood to do better. I think we get excited about the incredible stories that we've heard, but we also use the difficult times and the difficult situations to motivate us to not just say, hey, we've done a great job, but to sit there and say, how can we do better? How do we push the envelope? How do we offer services, techniques, surgeries, staff, and everything that's necessary in order to ensure that our patients get the level of care that they need, and have the trust in us that's necessary in order to help the healing process begin. So with all of that, as you can see, it takes an incredible team in order to make all of this happen. I do want to thank our board president, who couldn't be here today, Jay Gaines. Many of you may know him. He's a local accountant who, as a member of the Board of Trustees here at Lawnwood, was instrumental in pushing us to go down this road when many other hospitals had said, no, we don't want trauma. It's too difficult. It's not the right thing for us. He pushed us to understand that it was the right thing for us here at Lawnwood. It was the right thing for this community. This community deserves something better than it was getting, and we are thrilled to be sitting here 10 years later to be able to provide this service to our community. So thank you. I know there's many more trauma survivors here that we didn't hear their stories. My hope is that as we begin to wrap up this celebration and take part in some of the food that we have here, that everybody gets an opportunity to say hello to these individuals who have gone through so much and achieved so much. And please, thank you if there's things that we can be doing to make everybody's lives better. We certainly want to be that place, and as I mentioned, we want ourselves to be better each and every day. We've got incredible partners, but at the same time, I think the goal of what we do is to ensure that you get what you need when you need it. So thank you very much. We appreciate you. If these individuals celebrate, we've got some food and there's a little reception here, so thank you.
So the food gets set out a little late. We apologize for that, but please help yourselves. The physicians, the nurses,